And I'm back, and I think I have it. So can I not can I reset? No. Okay. So 25 to 35. So that would mean. So I'm just gonna. Oh, pardon me. I just gotta move down, I guess. So like 26 to 34. Yes. Okay, and then 27 to 33.
Perfect, Watson.
Okay, so then this one could, since it's 7 to 10, 31, 49, no, 30, maybe 30, shit. Wait, never mind. I'm an idiot. Let's try 6, no, let's try 17 to 35. Move down one. 17 to 35, and then, 18 to 34, and then 19 to 33.
There we are. Magnificent.
Okay then. 30 to 50. 31 to 49. Is it really like, oh my god, why did I have to do this? If this is what it meant. I hate this part.
There we are. Magnificent.
Yes, I have, Holmes.
Now that we have fully considered the witness accounts, let's see to what extent they agree. If we apply the range of error for each of our dummies, we can do...
I think they're all 33. Because that shows up in each thing.
Perfect, Watson.
There we go.
Within a margin of 1 year, Watson, the age of our murderer is 33 years.
But the man described by Smith was dressed respectably, whereas the other two were poorly dressed.
Indeed, but Whitechapel's respectively could quite easily describe the Sunday bests that all lower-class men own.
That's true.
Now, let's place ourselves in the shoes of Liz Stride's killer. He has just slain his victim and sees Louis Diemschutz discover her body. Our killer is at great risk if he stays in the area. He therefore gets away from this spot. But he wants to kill again. However, he might have been spotted in the area before having committed the murder by a constable on his round, perhaps, who managed to get his description. What do you think the killer will do?
He would... And then...
Go back home or to a safe location, change his clothes and leave again in search of another victim.
It's the only possible explanation, Watson. The man returned to the safety of his lodgings and then decided to go out again with new clothes and repeat his sinister nocturnal work. That's how the discrepancies between the witnesses with regards to clothing can be explained.
What a cold-blooded animal.
And what determination! Powerful motives are pushing this man. Thus, we can conclude that the respectable man with the package may very well have been seen by the two Josephs.
Even if it is just a mannequin, it's giving me goosebumps.
Oh, you puss.
But have we really made any progress, Holmes? I mean, there must be thousands of men in Whitechapel who match this description, wouldn't you say?
You're right, Watson. We have worked on who, now let's work on where. We need a map of Whitechapel, and please...
Okay, well I saw those. They're over here. Map of Whitechapel. We have that on the wall.
I am in need of something.
First of all, let's place our 4 murders on this map, as well as the spot where the graffito appeared, and the piece of apron was dropped.
Okay, so... Dirtfield's Yard, that was... Graffiti, even. Wait, Dirtfield's Yard, that, wait. Let's start with Annie Chapman. Annie Chapman was... Bucks Row. No, that was Polly Nichols. Polly Nichols was that. Elizabeth Stride was on Meter Square. Goulson Street was the graffiti. And Catherine Eddowes was here. Right? Right? Right, no. Maybe swap them. No. Swap these. No, because Polly Nichols was on Block Row.
Perfect,
There we
Watson. Let's connect each crime scene to the one out of the others that is the furthest.
Okay, so pencil. This one was the furthest away, right? So... wait. What am I supposed to do? Okay, help. Join each murder location to the one that is the furthest. Furthest away would be Polly Nichols, I think. Yeah? And then... wait, I fucked up. And then, right? Right? Or maybe it's this one to this one to this one? No. What is it asking of me? I don't know. Join each murder location to the one that is the furthest away.
You see, Watson, the
Oh!
murders aren't grouped together, but seem to be spread out like cardinal points around a central zone. The killer obviously wanted to avoid returning to the previous scenes of his crimes, assuming that they would be more closely watched, or that he could be recognized.
So the killer lives at the centre of this cross.
In the vicinity, most certainly, but how near? We cannot afford to get it wrong. If you concentrate, Watson, you will notice that the murders are roughly equidistant from the intersection point of the diagonals. Let's focus on the night of the double murder. Remember, Watson, it took us 20 minutes to get from Dutfield's Yard to Mitre Square. Let's draw a line from one to the other.
Dutfield Yard.
Perfect. We didn't make the trip as the crow flies, but that would not harm our estimate. Let's suppose the killer left Dutfield's Yard at 1 a.m. and arrived in Mitre Square at 1:35 a.m. when he was seen by the two Josephs. If he took 5 minutes to change his clothes, that leaves a range of 10 minutes to determine where this man's lodgings are. We must determine the area in which one can go from Dutfield's Yard to Mitre Square in less than half an hour.
So it took him 15
To do this,
minutes
let's draw an
more than
ellipsis.
normal.
The length between Dutfield's Yard and Mitre Square corresponds to 20 minutes. By adding half, we get a distance of 30 minutes. By taking the two right segments, each starting from the two murder scenes, and which the sum...
Okay, so... like that? Right? No? Right? No? Oh, shit. Trace an ellipses in which we go from Dutchfield's Yard to Meter Square in less than half an hour. Right, you should use... I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. How is that not right, though? What the fuck, though? This is so fucking persnickety. Sherlock, tell me things.
Well, we are still missing...
You bitch. Present ellipses in which we can go from Dutfield's Yard to Meter Square in less than half an hour. Dutfield's Yard. Meter Square. I'm not understanding what... What do you want from me, game? Fuck this, I'm looking at the walkthrough. Come back!
Our goal
That
is
took
to reduce this area as much as we
ever.
can. We must consider the fact that the murder at Mitre Square was
Apparently
committed under
this
a certain amount
minigame
of
doesn't
pressure,
play well with
given that the
widescreen
killer knew he
monitors.
was wanted for the acts he committed not long before.
So,
We can
I
assume
pulled
that
up
he
like
had to
50
do it in a
different
safe
freaking
zone,
walkthroughs.
that is, an
Shit.
area not far from where he lives. This is especially true of an act such as the graffiti he carried out after 2 murders. Let's trace a circle around this point, with the distance separating it from Mitre Square as the radius. This will enable us to determine our killer's safe zone.
Like that. Or like that. Like that. Like that. I don't know what I'm doing. What was it? Traces through center is the location of the graffiti and the piece of apron. Section passes through Meter Square. So start there. Like that. Like that.
Our killer
there.
must surely live inside this circle. Now, let's intersect it with the ellipsis that we previously determined.
What do you mean intersect it? That wasn't
There we
creepy.
are, Watson, the Aldgate district.
Shouldn't we inform the police so that they can concentrate their efforts on this area of Whitechapel?
It is probably already crawling with inspectors, Watson, and I doubt that they would take us seriously, even if they were willing to listen to what we
You're
had to
Sherlock
say.
fucking
Let's
Holmes.
focus instead on understanding the killer's modus operandi. We know our murderer preys on prostitutes who are penniless, weak, sick, or alcoholic, that he distracts them the moment before killing them, and that he left an anonymous message inciting anti-Semitic hatred at the entrance of a building.
What a coward!
Indeed, he is a person of great cowardice. Let's look at his murders, and in particular, the If we recall the observations made on the victims and the parts that were mutilated or damaged on each of the bodies, we can ascertain that our killer evolves during the course of the murders, cowardly and still evolving.
It's tumbled.
And yet, look at the location of our first murder, that of Polly Nichols in Bucks Row. It is the most...
Holmes, an idea just occurred to me.
He will pursue his next victim as...
But how could one go even further in this horror?
In order to avoid having to answer that question, we must act with hate. We played with the idea that this could be an act of vengeance against prostitutes. If the mutilations correspond to areas affected by a specific pathology, perhaps the killer wanted to give an eye for an eye.
And this trail leading to Dr. Tumblety Holmes?
I also have a few things to look into in the meantime. I still have...
It's totally tumbled.
When we first spoke about the Bucks Row murder with Watson, he was reading a newspaper, The Star, dated September 1st, 1888, I believe, which mentioned similar murders in the preceding months. I have no chance of finding the police reports, but perhaps I could find some information at the Central News Agency. I must go there at once. Afterwards, I'll go back to see Abraham, the owner of the pet shop in Whitechapel. The second Joseph's statement would lead me to believe that he may...
Okay, so I just need to... I'm gonna be dressed like a hobo again. No, actually. Alright, so Ward of Aldgate, Imperial Club. Now I go to the
Nothing
pet
of
shop.
interest.
But I mean, you just fucking... Central News Agency, that.
Ah, Bulling is there. It won't hurt just this once.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello, Mr. Bulling. So, did your colleague tell you about the tip?
What tip?
Ah, I see. I gave him an explosive tip and he went without you? Oh, that's not very sporting on his part.
Literal
No
face.
doubt he took all of the credit for his discovery.
You're winding me up, eh?
I must show Bulling something to make him believe me.
Lay Master Troll.
What do you want?
I'm not winding you up. The proof...
The traitor! He owes me if I find him!
Before I leave, can you do me a favor?
Heck, tell me.
I'm looking for some reliable info on the...
Reliable? Ha! You really think you'll find that here? Fine.
Perfect.
Sadly, I am out of time.
Okay, so I'm just gonna look through his fucking paperwork then. Alright. System seems to be too small. Blah blah blah. Further with the news and brief.
The dossiers are full of papers in dated envelopes. I can't open them.
Well, shit. The agency receives numerous dispatches and finds some to be made appears to be too small, particularly for the world and society sections, which cover too much area and overflow into the boxes below. Police, law, and culture, respectively. Would you like to be able to furnish a device in order to keep in only one filing cabinet? While awaiting your response, sir, please accept our best wishes. So world and society overflow into police and culture. So that means world, economy. Ah, fuck it. There's got to be a better way. Dear Fernand, I am confirming my presence on Friday evening at the club with pleasure because I must get my mind of things or else falling into a black depression. Just imagine, the new laddie still has the favours of that of Janet. Instead of forgetting him, giving to me because I am not lacking in ideals to best of suitors. There's a place to feed inventions and science with politics. Dispatches, after all, they're always harebrained items, given the compartments are on top of each other, easily pass from the new lad's errors, and, as anticipated, he was called in by the boss. As soon as I have the chance, I will show him how, like in the news, everything is in balance. Looks like a half-week he's confused politics, society section, not his right. Economy, which is neighbor, which is low. Ah, for fuck's sake, one of these! I don't know how I told you to go like Jenny, because like him, but he doesn't have much longer to smile. Okay. To prove this best filing, propose major blah blah blah, so use make minor down space law, neutral blah 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 blah. Okay. My dear George, brother's misfortune, like must be black, blah blah blah. Okay, so I'm gonna sort these next time, I guess. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe. As always, I'm Nozz, and I will see you next time. And hopefully there will be less puzzles of stupid bullshit like this. I hate these puzzles.